No, but getting consent is a good thing. And you ask consent every time. Don't ruin the mood. It never ruins the mood to ask for consent. I have a song from the home team stuck in my head, guys. What are you eating? What are you eating? Right, what did you I have a song from the home team stuck in my head before Guinevere started eating something.
I think I tried to eat a rock yesterday.
It was
I put cricket. I was feeding them, and then a cricket was on the rock, and then it just took a big chomp out of the rock. It
Whoa.
missed the cricket completely. Just
Yeah. I mean, you think I'm pretty funny. I don't know about y'all, but I'm pretty funny. Yeah, that's fair. Me too. I can't even. I have to. Unfortunately, it's my. Unfortunately for everybody other than myself, it's the one time of the month when I have confidence. It's probably the anger, but said I can't be detrimental like that. I'll just shake my head and laugh at myself. Woo! What was that? Didn't realize that we were paired. What?
oh, wow.
Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your host, I'm Goddess of Stories, and this is technically our second episode of this. We just didn't have the equipment to stream, and that's okay. Apologize for any corgi noises in the background. Unfortunately, I cannot control them. They do what they want, as they are. Exactly. They do what they want as they are dogs. So, apologizing in advance for any screaming, barking, etc. from the animals. Last session, we had gone, both of you had met in a tavern. Such a classic way of starting Dungeons and Dragons, of course. Um, being led this way by your respective deities, um, you had eventually wound up meeting your tavern keep. I don't remember if she told you her name, so I'm not going to restate it. Because on the off chance that she didn't, I don't wanna. I don't wanna mess with anything.
Oh yeah, I got her name.
Oh, good.
Mary Jane.
Yes, it is Mary Jane. Um, we went into the temple for the Goddess of Stars, which happens to be one of our characters here. I will have you guys give brief descriptions and such of your characters in just a moment. Uh, one of our characters here. It is her goddess. And you guys have learned that the church is using a hellhound to protect the cemetery because people's graves are getting robbed. With such a small and tight knit community, it really impacts them when families' graves start getting robbed. They say that almost 24 graves have been upended, and the high priest of the goddess of stars, Stella, uh, he has informed you that he has in fact seen a group of necromancers that seem to be nomadic, traveling throughout the land, uh, that he suspects are the ones who are doing the grab raping. I definitely just had a bit of an issue there. That's okay. Grave robbing. Rob raping. I love that for me.
Hey, it's better than drive grabbing.
Fair. I once had a player so drunk that she muttered to me, I don't think I can continue. I'm going to shit my sarsaparillas. I don't know what that meant, and she didn't wind up shitting her sarsaparillas, but
Wait, you said shake your sarsaparillas?
yep, that she had leaned over to me. She said, I don't know if I can continue the session. I said, why is that? She's one of my neighbors. Uh, I said, why is that? She says, I think I'm gonna shit my sarsaparillas. And she was drunk on cheap box wine. um, Her husband looked at her, laughed, and said, I'm gonna take her home real fast. You guys can continue. um, and she made it home fine. And as far as I'm aware, she didn't wind up shitting her sarsaparillas. But that is something that lives in my brain rent free at least once a month. So,
Hey, at least
That's
you.
funny.
When I was younger, I was trying to say maple and brown sugar oatmeal.
yeah,
I said nipple melting oatmeal.
good job. Great job. uh, Long story short, you guys were kind of settling in for the night. Um, at one point, one of the players' gods had appeared, and he had did a card trick. Of which he then said, "That's a neat trick, kid. Don't let my more or less dad see that. Otherwise, he'll pull the ace of spades out of your nose and then disappear again after giving you his token in case you ever need help."
Yeah, I gotta flip the token, right?
Yep, flip the token twice. Doesn't matter what side it lands on.
If you need
I
help.
mean, yep,
Yeah, like last resort, he said.
more or less, because he thinks that you can handle it. He has full faith in you.
Where did I put the token? Did I not write that down?
I think
I
so.
would suggest putting that in
Inventory.
your belt pouch. Just call it support token.
It's pink. It's hot pink. That is not one of his colors, but there's a story for how he's acquired them. You guys have not asked him that story, so I'm not going to give it to you.
Well, you gave it to us last session, but it's not like we needed to know.
Gave
Yep.
what to us?
If you do ever need to flip that coin, I do need to know if it's heads or tails,
Okay.
but it's not. It's not because it's going to fail or anything. It's an entirely separate thing. I just need to know.
What the heck? I could have swore I wrote it down somewhere.
Well, either way, it is a pink gambling token. It's a gambling chip. It is flamboyantly hot pink.
No, you didn't write that down at all.
I could have swore I did.
Put it in your back page because that's where your inventory is.
It's all good. We're not too stressed about it. We know that you have it for now. But yes, please put it in your inventory in case you forget.
Okay,
Twenty, I don't want them to
I may have
die.
had too much salt for today.
Yeah. I recommend drinking more water then.
I am drinking water. I had a whole can of corned beef and hash to myself.
Fair enough. Corned beef hash is great.
You
This
said
is
it's a gambling one?
a hot
It is a
pink gambling token.
gambling token. Yep. For the viewers, I have him worshiping my god of mischief, which is called Hellsbane. Um, we can get a little bit more into him later because he's not entirely relevant. But he is technically a cleric of mischief, which is fun.
Who's anxious about everything.
Yes.
Since we're mentioning him, Jason, you can describe your character.
Yes.
Okay. My character name is Neville Starog.
Yep.
I'm a level 5 halfling male. My deity is Hellsbane. My alignment is true neutral. My skin tone is cool toned tan. My hair is dark chocolate. Or chocolata?
That
Chocolata?
I
Who
don't know
put
how.
chocolata?
I
Lucas
meant
Hamster.
I meant to put down chocolate.
Okay.
I
I'm
just
gonna keep it as chocolata. Chocolata. My eyes are silvery gray. I am 3 foot 40 pounds and 45 years old. I am a cleric.
What's your background?
Uh,
Wait.
this bag. Where's
Background.
that?
It's right next to your age.
We're an
Oh, I'm
apple.
an acolyte. Sorry.
Yes. No, you're okay.
I'm an acolyte. Um,
You don't need to go through any of your skills and stuff. You just need to describe your character.
And he did. He has the height and the weight and all of that jazz, so that's so cool and fun.
Uh, what's your normal outfit colors?
uh, I'm pretty sure I'm just in common clothes right now, just like a winter coat, winter pants, because it's winter.
Yep. And I'd say that while Hellsbane doesn't have a very strict dress code, he's normally associated with like greens and golds.
So I could see
Okay,
I could see green pants, a
probably a
gold shirt.
green. Yeah,
Really, he wants you guys to wear
I
whatever
would
the hell
probably
you
just go with green. That would probably work a little bit better than gold when it comes to stealth.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. Tell that to our paladin who got a 31 on their stealth check.
I got a +2.
I got a 35. I got a 34, and y'all didn't know where I was at. That was fun for me. Just
Yeah,
some
but you
wizard.
rolled a net 20.
I did. Just some wizard that up and disappeared without casting a spell.
Said hi to the DM.
Yep. It's okay. The DM likes me. I'm his favorite boy.
What color would you say my character wears?
Probably kind of grays, purples, whites, pinks. Them cooler tones because they match your skin a little better. Why don't you give us a description of yours, my friend?
Well, I'm playing Luna Nali. I'm a level 5 uh, uh, paladin of devotion. I'm a 5 foot tall moon elf who weighs about 100 pounds. I'd nickname her the Blueberry. She's has midnight blue hair. No, midnight blue skin. She has navy blue hair and sapphire blue eyes. She's about 220 years old. She worships the deity Stella, who's, would you say, the god of stars?
Yep, the god of stars. Stella's relatively easy.
I'm chaotic good, and my character used to be an officer in the what military?
Army.
The army.
Yep.
And she wears a nice royal purple uh cloak. I don't remember what color the clothing I was handed was.
Hooray! Because you got them from the sisters at the
Okay.
you got them from the sisters at the temple.
You didn't specify what color they were.
I mean, considering they are all in varying shades of gray, I thought that it was implied.
Yes, but it's also been a week, so my memory is faulty.
I think your memory's faulty after a couple days, let alone a week. So yeah, you're right. That's on me.
Hey, at least I remember an important detail that I had to do at 10 o'clock on the 4th that does not need to be mentioned any further on stream.
That's good, I suppose.
Ow.
At least you remembered that.
If I forget about that, that could be detrimental though. Anyways, we were going.
Well, don't forget.
We were sleeping.
Yes, I want you both to roll con for me.
Just a
Uh,
flat Constitution score, or
Yes, sir. Just a Constitution score.
okay,
was that the ability scores?
yes.
That is an ability score. It should be within
So
your first couple stats.
mine's a +2
Yes, sir. It
in
should be.
D20.
Yes, sir.
Wait, you have a plus
I
two
got
Constitution? No, you have a +1
yeah. Oh, I was looking
Constitution.
at the wrong one.
You were looking at Charisma, not Constitution.
They both start with C. Close enough.
I got a 13.
You?
I got a 20. I got a dirty 20.
Woohoo! I think that's the first 20 that we've gotten. At very least, the first one for the night, and I'm okay with that. Okay. I almost said Jasmine.
I am not playing a tiefling, a crimson red tiefling. I'm playing the blue side today.
Yes, you are. It's slipping from my brain. I know you just said it, and I know I helped you with this. It's Luna, right?
Yes.
I'm having a stroke. It's fine.
You know what's
Do I
gonna
need to?
help?
Huh?
You wanna know what would help?
What's gonna help?
Nickname. How do I change my nickname in this lobby?
I'm
Profile? No.
beautiful.
Uh,
Don't you just like right click your name?
your
Good for you,
tattoo
isn't
may be on stream at the moment.
it? Yeah, that's fine. It's not like it's showing anything inappropriate, so.
This server's nickname is Luna Lee. There we go. Nickname Ham to
The rock.
Strag. I nickname you to DM. And it didn't work.
Yeah, mine's still just
Whoa, whoa,
because.
whoa. It changed. Ah, damn it. I had to move these two now. Okay, you can continue.
I might just make this a different server. It might be easier. Anywho, that's a task for next week. Uh-huh. You pass your check. You sleep very well throughout the night. Uh, it's actually one of the best sleeps that you've gotten for a while, and you have a feeling that it's because your goddess is around you. You can kind of feel her presence. That being said, our other friend here, Meville, you do not pass your check with the 13. In the back of your brain, as you sleep, you wake up. You don't wake up. You're dreaming, but it feels like you wake up in a weird in between space. You don't feel like you're supposed to be here. Like the back rooms of dreams, for lack of better term.
Like, am
There
I
is.
like.
Have you ever played
Uh,
Assassin's Creed?
yeah,
It's that loading screen that you can just run through.
okay.
That's the vibe. So it's got the kind of off-white everywhere, including the floor, and that kind of smoky fog that is rising from the floor. You can move. You can see no end and no beginning, though.
Sounds like fun.
I'll just sit and meditate.
Okay. Are you specifically calling to your god, or are you just vibing?
I'll just vibe, see where it
Okay.
goes.
I'm not a smart man. Because I'm not a man.
I'll
You
pull out. Ooh, I'll,
go
I'll
ahead.
like. Uh, I'll just chill and vibe, and I'll just pull out my deck of cards and just practice.
Okay.
Am I able to do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Um, as you practice and you start getting a little better, you start getting a little more confident. You suddenly feel like you're being watched. Just that,
Can I do a perception check?
yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. While you're doing
Is
that,
that
I'm going to let my boy dog in before he starts screaming and making a neighbor.
I got a 15 plus 2, I think. Yeah, perception. Yeah, 17.
Nice!
Congrats.
I'm feeding my dog before they start yelling.
Pull this down here. My ability scores are. What exactly? 10. Nope, wrong one. 14, 12, 14.
Good job. 17 is great. Uh, as you kind of focus in on it, you can feel the negative pull. And that kind of doomy feeling brews a little deeper in your stomach. It sounds like people whispering in the distance. You can't quite make out what they're saying.
I just hear, but I can't see.
You can hear them, you can't see anything. Nothing has really changed. You've just got that anxious feeling, and it sounds like people are whispering.
Sounds like the average
Uh,
Tuesday.
I'll just keep doing my card tricks. See if it gets worse or.
There we go.
Um,
Wait,
with
did you hear me?
I did.
Oh, okay.
With time, it kind of starts edging off. And in the distance, you see a little blue hummingbird. It is not the thing that was making you feel anxious, but it is the thing that is making you feel peaceful at the moment. It is,
I'll,
it is technically teal. It's not blue, it's teal. But
okay, I'll get up and start walking towards it.
okay. When you do, it pulls you closer and closer, and the whispering finally stops. You are now closer to something that looks like it looks like the edge of a cliff, more or less.
Don't
It
jump.
no longer is the void of this room. It kind of drops. It is colorful and it smells like it's colorful in the way of natural sunlight casting shadows on things. And it smells like grass.
Do I still see this hummingbird?
Yes. He is standing, not standing, he's kind of floating over the drop. As hummingbirds do. The whispering has stopped and that anxious feeling has kind of edged off.
Can I like call out to it?
What are you going to call it? Like, yeah, go ahead. But what are you going to call it?
Oh, I don't know.
You can just call out to it. That's fine. What are you saying?
I was like, I'll just ask if it speaks.
Are you just asking? Like, you can do
Yeah,
this in
I
character.
was
That's
like,
okay.
yeah, I'll just ask if it speaks.
Then ask.
Oh, do you speak hummingbird? Sorry.
No, it's okay. Of course I speak. And his voice is a little lower. He is definitely a boy hummingbird. It's actually kind of daunting because his voice sounds like something that should be coming from a rather large individual, and it's coming from this very small hummingbird.
I'll ask it, what is this place?
Something is trying to pull you from your slumber.
What, down
Yes,
there or the voices?
the voices. This is Safe Haven.
Down there?
Yes.
I don't know about that. Is there like a staircase down that I could take?
What, you don't want to do the eagle dive from Assassin's Creed?
uh, I don't think that anybody has asked me that question getting into Safe Haven. Though I also don't normally invite the living to Safe Haven, so.
What is safe haven?
Um, that's a long story for not a lot of time.
Do you know what's pulling me from a slumber?
Something worse than what you are going to find at the bottom of Safe Haven.
How can I trust you with this?
Hmm.
I mean, it's a little sus to be talking to a bird. I don't know why I even asked in the first place, but
You feel something in your ear. It's not a great feeling.
like
It's
something in or like talking or whispering.
like physically in your ear.
Can I like pull it out?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll pull it out.
And when you do, it is a playing card, the Ace of Spades.
Oh my god.
Ah, shit. Was that you? I say to the bird.
Yes, of course it is.
Shit, that means it's probably my. Are you a god?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know too many other beings that can create pocket dimensions.
So you're saying I gotta jump now?
It would be for the best. It's that or the. Just don't make me take on my humanoid appearance, please. I will just shove you in it.
I like do this like side glance behind me, back to the voices. Look back at
The
the
voice,
bird.
the voice's corner is vaguely darker than the rest of it. Like it is closer to a gray than it is that off-white.
Then I look back at the bird and I'll just jump.
You fall, and you kind of brace for an impact that never. Stop licking my back, dog. Thank you. Why are you like this, Guinevere? Thank you, baby. I guess. Can you go be nosy somewhere else? Can you
No.
go be nosy somewhere else,
No, because
Edie?
mom's home.
Mom's always home at night now. Yeah, always home at night. But she doesn't know that because she's stinky. She does know that because she gets fed, but that's not relevant, I guess. You fall and you brace for an impact that never comes. And when you open your eyes, you are surrounded by the greenest grass you have ever seen. Bright blue skies, except for the hole that you fell through, which is just a rounded kind of space that goes straight up. You cannot see the top from here. Uh, and think of the greenest meadows that you can see. The temperature is like a nice 65 degrees. There's a very mild breeze going. And when you
Is
look at
the
yourself, what the fuck was that? I thought there was somebody knocking on my window, guys. I about had a heart attack. It's just fireworks, but
well, that would have been.
it sounded like somebody knocking on the stone that like encompasses my front window.
Oh,
That would creep me out.
Considering I'm the only one home, yeah, it did. It did a little bit.
That'd creep me out because my door is open.
I'm pretty sure my front door is unlocked because house husband is really bad at making sure that it's locked when he leaves. Anywho,
You
now
should
that I'm
fix
done having
that.
a heart attack,
You should fix the front door problem.
That's a later problem. That's a later me problem.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's something that can be at very least. Yeah, I have my dice bag that weighs as much as my boy dog next to me. I'm okay.
You,
I
you
have
got
my
your blunt.
improvised weapon.
You got your blunt instrument.
Yeah.
I have a metal cup in my hand.
I have like knives everywhere.
I mean, I normally do too, but for this specific instance, for whatever reason, there is none that is directly in front of me. And I mean, in a real worst comes to worst, I am armed. I'm legally allowed to carry. So, um, do with that information what you will, but nobody is gonna get got in my house if I have if I have something to say about it. I'm pretty sure
Other
there's
than the
also
bad
at least
guy.
one steward up here. Yeah, he'll get got in. They'll get got in. We can't assume that they're men, I guess, because I live in Colorado.
Just calling them they might offend someone.
That's on them at that point. I'm using a neutral enough term. You start using neo pronouns, you deserve to be hunted for sport.
I
Yeah.
identify as a chicken nugget.
You deserve to be hunted for sport. You want to know what's always in season? Chickens.
I know.
As a as a farmer. Anyway, my not so accepting beliefs aside. Um, Apologies to whoever might be watching that I might have offended. I don't care enough to be super specific. So it's they, he, or she. Those are your options. No, no, thank you. Otherwise,
I'm so glad the one person I know who is listening is okay with the once in
my
a
bullshit.
while.
Yeah.
With the once in a while fuck up.
Ah, gotcha. Either way. And I mean this with love. I do absolutely respect most people's pronouns. For example, all of the men in my house are not biologically men, but that's not the point. So, like, if your pronouns make sense, I'm going to use them. But the moment you tell me that you go by paints, absolutely not.
We're not
I
gonna
hate
go
to
into that.
use them
Nope,
there.
nope, nope, nope. D&D.
Yep, yep, absolutely. You look down at what you're wearing, and it's kind of weirdly flowy. Like you've got a white you've got a white tunic on, but it has really bellowing sleeves that are then cinched at the wrists. And your pants are kind of flowy. They have really deep pockets, which is kind of nice.
Man
Those are
buckets.
definitely made out of like a lighter material. And those are like a kind of they're a dark, almost army green color. And
Okay.
you sit in a field of grass. There's flowers that are growing throughout the field, mostly daisies. You can see sunflowers and daffodils in the distance, but mostly daisies near you. There is a tree line, so you're kind of in like a bowl.
Is that a bowl?
Yeah,
Okay.
like a meadow, like a clearing.
Okay. Do I
At the
see the
top of it.
bird?
Oh,
Or the
yeah, you see the bird. He's kind of sitting
uh
like maybe 10 feet in front of you.
I'll call out to the bird, what now?
We wait for now. And he slowly takes on his more humanoid persona. He stands about 7'5". He is a very tall man. Uh, he is built like an aspen tree. He is very thin for his height. I'm not going to give you a weight because I don't think it's important. But he is a teal hobgoblin with relatively conventionally attractive features, which kind of throws you off because that's not normally something that hobgoblins are known for.
Aren't hobgoblins normally around like 4, 5 feet?
Yes. However, this is a. We're getting there. He's different. He has longer black hair that falls to about his shoulders. It is very straight and it's slicked back. His ears are very long and pointed. He still has that prominent, almost bat-like nose that the hobgoblins do normally carry. And his face and his jaw is still relatively squared off, which are the main hobgoblin-esque features of this man. He has longer black nails. Uh, they're a little bit closer to claws than they are nails, but that's also not entirely relevant. And he sits crisscross in front of you, where the bird was.
Okay. Now, is this? You said it was a god, correct? Or he said that?
He is definitely a god, yes.
Okay, I'm assuming with the Ace of Cards, it's probably my god's dad. Then I don't remember the name.
Yep. This
I'm
is
just
Velvric.
gonna.
This is Velvric the King. He is the king of the Feywilds. He
Okay.
is the trickster god, as you would know him.
I will ask him. Uh, I'll ask him why did you help me?
Why would I? You're no wonder why you follow him. And he kind of waves his hand, and a cup of tea appears not only in front of you, but in his hand. It's a saucer that is it's got like a little saucer white plate, and the cup itself looks like a daffodil. It's got an ornate, like, greenish stemmed handle. It's really pretty.
I'll go like, ooh, tea.
When you drink it, it is mint. It is just a mint tea. It's a lighter mint tea. It's not like a super heavy flavored, but it's a mint tea. It's nice and refreshing. Um, you sound like him. That makes sense. You follow him. I hmm. I suppose I helped you because I would have done the same for him.
I will say I appreciate it. But do you know who is after me, or what was after me then, or what was pulling me?
My boy has you looking for a disturbance on that continent, right?
Yeah, there's some. Well, we already have quite a bit of information about it. There's necromancers
Hmm.
uh in the forests. It was forest, right?
Yeah, it's forests.
Okay. Yeah, necromancers in the forest, grave robbing bodies. And we have a small location, but we're settling down for the night. And then I awoke in the ominous empty.
Means that he was trying his best to prevent you from having a nightmare triggered by them. He's used to, well, in his travel times, it wasn't uncommon for things to get into his head too. So I bet you he was just trying to protect you.
Okay.
I I think he asked for help. He couldn't, I don't think he quite knew what he was doing. He's still new to this, so I apologize. He wasn't expecting to live this long, let alone becoming a god.
I'm sure that's reasonable. I mean, he seems great.
He's one of the best kids I know. Though if you tell him that I said that, he'll break my nose again.
I'll say I like the card trick though.
Thank you.
I've been.
Go ahead.
Wait, what? Oh, I was like, I've been practicing myself, and I'll pull out my deck.
Oh, I am more than excited for you to be able to show me.
Oh no.
I'm. I'm probably not going to trick you, but I mean,
We all must start somewhere. I was once in your shoes too.
I'll go ahead and try I don't know, just a card trick.
Okay. Anything in particular that you want to try to do? Or are you going to try to, like, is this your card type situation? Or, like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah, I'll do like the pick a card, any card, and then do the is this your card? I mean, he'll probably just.
uh, he goes through your hand and he picks out one in particular, and it is the King of Spades. And that's the one that he picks from your deck.
Okay, I'm assuming I gotta roll for performance, or
Either performance or sleight of hand. Whichever
they're
is
both
better for you.
+2. I got a
Let's see.
16 +2.
An 18 is not bad. You kind of shuffle and you're able to get it to where you do remember how to pull that card in particular, the one that you remember where to place it and all of that. And when you're able to pull it, he's like, that's a good trick. You're definitely more skilled than he was at the tricks. He's not the best at the tricks, though he's better at any prank or harmless game that you can think of.
Yeah, I've been practicing a little bit of everything.
There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you're enjoying your life, that's the important part, isn't it? And when he smiles, it kind of gives you the creeps. Because it's very Cheshire Cat vibes.
Oh no.
He doesn't give you, like, he doesn't set off any, like, alarm bells or anything. Your intuition is not telling you are in danger. He's just kind of creepy.
Okay.
You would know that this man has supposedly been the Mad King, and I say supposedly because your god tells you that he's not crazy. Well, he's a little crazy, but he's not crazy. And that's exactly how he'd word it, too.
Okay.
He is known as the Mad King of the Fae.
What's the Fae for context again?
They're like the fairies. You've got a lot
Okay,
of the
that's what I
rumors
was
of.
thinking.
Yeah, it is very much just the standard, like, you think of basic fairy-esque lore. Like, don't give them your name, don't don't take any food, etc. The king isn't gonna hurt you, and you're aware of that.
Okay.
He's not giving you danger vibes at the moment.
At the
Yet.
moment, okay.
He's not. You know what you've studied, and most of the texts tell you that he's insane, that he's not well, that he's evil and cruel and just not an overall very good person. But if you go and ask your god, he's like, that man is just an idiot. It's fine. Your man trusts this guy with his whole chest. There is a reason why he claims to be his child.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, like,
Uh,
there's portions of you that are probably a little bit panicked because, according to everything that you've ever seen, this man is actually insane, batshit crazy, no good, very bad. But, like, also your god is just like, that's my dad. Don't fuck with him or
Yeah.
you're fucking with me. You know?
And that's why I respect it to an extent. Yeah.
Yeah. So that I feel like that's why you're just kind of on edge versus being like, oh fuck, I'm gonna die. This was a mistake. I should have just stayed with the nightmare.
Yeah.
And he is keeping his distance. He is not getting any closer than the 10 feet that he was. Unless you are getting closer to him. And then that's on you. But he is keeping a respectful
No,
distance.
I'm just sitting there too. I'm just chilling, enjoying the tea.
When I had him in recovery, when he lost his arm, uh, he would get incredibly mad at me because I would put that ace of spade pretty much anywhere that you can think. I'm pretty sure that he has coughed that card up at least 4 times.
Oh wow, that's. I mean, that's awesome, but it's. I don't know. That's just awesome. Just
Well, if you keep practicing, eventually you'll learn how to do that too. I'm sure of it.
Do you have any tips and tricks for cards?
Oh boy, do I have tips and tricks. And he kind of sets his glass down, and again, the way that he's looking at you gives you like danger vibes, but like also he hasn't hurt you. You're not currently charmed, you don't think.
It's danger now.
Vaguely. He's still got that smile, except now he is looking down at you like essentially like one would over their glasses. So it's unnerving.
Okay.
Again, he's not getting any closer. He's not doing any erratic movement or anything. He's just kind of creepy.
Okay. I'm
I
gonna
love how
die in my
nervous.
sleep. I'm just kidding.
I love how nervous you are. It's great. This guy is one of my favorite quote unquote bad guys. So I love that your god is directly related to him. Which is hilarious considering they look
I
nothing
couldn't
alike.
hear a single thing you just said. My headset just died.
Love that for you. This guy is one of my favorite guys. I love that he is related to your god.
Okay, one
Even
second.
though
I'm
they're
gonna plug
named-
my headset in.
You're good.
Okay, we're good. Sorry.
No, you're okay. This guy is one of my favorite guys. I'm so happy that he is related to your god. He doesn't look a lot like your god, so you think that it's funny that they have the dynamic of son and father. But they definitely have the same vibe when he's not trying to protect you from whatever the fuck is trying to eat you in your dreams.
What, drinking
Eat
his
me in
cord
my
out?
dreams.
He's not eating your dreams. Something was, though.
That's not good.
No, it's not. Um, boy, do I have tricks and tips for you. And he goes on for the next like 30 minutes. Various methods of how to do specific card tricks. And he kind of shows you a couple new ones that are just a little bit more sleight of handsy. He has quite a bit of fun. I hear a roommate. Not that that's an issue for me, but yeah. Means it might be loud if I don't move.
Squeak.
I'll have it go now. Okay. And now I'm in a space where if my roommate has guests over, then it's not going to be loud, and that's okay. Anywho, he goes over for the next 30, 45 minutes of just various card tricks and how he would perform them.
I'll just listen intently and practice them as he's explaining them.
Okay, I do want you to make an intelligence check for me. It's
Okay.
just to see how much you retain.
Got a 17, and I don't know what my intelligence is. Uh, where's that at?
That's a +1 for you.
Is it? Okay, yeah. +1, so 18.
Awesome. You retain almost everything that he taught you, which is fun. It means that the next time that you're doing, I want you to note this somewhere on your character sheet. The next time that you're doing a card trick, you do get advantage on your sleight of hand for it.
Ooh.
I happen to believe that you might be working with a little bit more than necromancer.
What do you mean by that? Just randomly just.
He looks kind of spacey. Like after showing you a couple tricks and all of that, he looks kind of spacey for a moment, just kind of staring off into the distance, and then pops back in with that information. Yes, I do believe that you're working with a little bit more than necromancers.
What do you mean, like more dark or?
Definitely more dark. I'm pretty sure that they might have an intellect devourer up there.
Wait, intellect of what? Sorry.
Intellect devourer.
Oh.
Do you know what
Is
that
that what was
is?
eating my dreams? I do not know what that is.
They're neat. I can try to find a photo.
They're a brain on legs.
You do have your monster manual. I remember you saying that.
Oh yeah, I do.
It would be in there.
They're kind of cute.
What page would that be?
Go to eyes. Because the Monster's Manual is alphabetically sorted.
I accidentally almost just sent a picture of the intellect devourer to house husband.
Intellect Devourer
Yep.
191. Oh boy. Just a giant brain with fucking claws.
Yep, with leggies.
That's not in my room right now, right?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
Not much I would have been able to do unless I decided to just pop into the material plane anyway. That takes a little bit more power than I'm willing to use on one of his followers. No offense, of course.
What's the distance on this thing?
I don't think it's quite the thing that's eating your dreams. I think that there is a literal. I think that there is a dream eater up there, which you shouldn't be able to find. If you can, I'm concerned, considering it's a homebrew creature. And unless Wizards of the Coast can read my mind.
What did you
Wait,
call
so
it?
like I have a dream eater in my brain?
There shouldn't be a dream eater in your brain, but there is a. It's near enough to where it's probably causing the entire town to have nightmares, if I were to take a guess. I don't think it's just you, but I think that he needs you mentally sound enough to be able to take it on.
You mean this thing?
Oh, okay.
Mine's a little different, but yes, more or less. It's a lot stronger than mine. Yeah, it's a lot stronger than mine.
Oh boy.
That's not
Okay.
the point. um,
That'll
we're
definitely be.
near enough to where it's definitely impacting the whole town, I believe.
Would you say it's in the town or outside?
I can't tell. Not while keeping you here. I can't tell.
Okay.
Apologies. Unfortunately, my power only goes so far. Safe haven is the place I normally keep souls that I don't want to pass.
I was gonna die?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But that's kind of why it's taking a little more effort to keep you here, is because you're still attached to your physical body.
Well, I'm sorry if I'm tolling you in any way.
I promise you it can't be any worse than when I had to use my magic to keep him under. And you can tell that he's talking about Hellsbane again.
Okay.
Kid decided that he was going to solo a death omen, and it took his arm. I was lucky to get to him when I did. I promise you it can't be any more tolling than keeping his soul tied here and keeping his body alive as he recovered. So, um, don't stress too much about it. Is what I'm getting at.
Okay. Man, this is just a bundle of joy that we're going up against.
Normally, intellect devourers follow the command of mind flayers, so keep that in mind.
Now, what is a mind flare?
You know the squid-headed people?
Yeah.
There's one in Baldur's Gate, if that helps at all. I don't know if you've played Baldur's Gate, but there's one in Baldur's Gate. Um,
21.
those are those guys.
Okay,
Normally,
yeah. I know what that is. Yeah.
yeah, mind flayers are neat. Um, and normally mind flayers follow liches. So just be careful.
You said riches?
Liches. Lich.
Liches? Well,
Yeah,
that's another monster?
it sure is.
God damn,
Careful.
this just is getting worse and worse.
It is. That's the point.
Oh my god. Where is that one at now?
You win the L's.
Lit 202. I got so many fucking bookmarks now.
I'm currently using my 2 Joker cards out of my deck of cards.
As you
I'm
should.
just
That's very appropriate for him.
I'm just using I had one of those pre like the D&D pre-essential builds, like it's an already made story.
Yeah,
And it came with these like cards like Potion of Healing or Incapacitated, Frightened, or other things like that. And
yeah.
I'm just using those as bookmarks.
That's okay.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Uh, Just get more and more information
Yes.
that I'm gonna have to fight.
Maybe not tonight, but you
Oh
will
well,
have to fight
yeah.
some of them eventually. Maybe.
You're gonna have a lot of fun, Luna, when you wake up or when we wake up.
You are.
I wake
Um,
up 4 hours before you do.
yep, because it's a no.
It. I'm
Oh,
offended. Joking,
I was
joking.
gonna say, so now we're getting sassy about pronouns. um, not the point. More or less, you'll eventually have to come across some of these things. Also, don't take some of those stats to heart because I like using different editions. Uh,
Oh, that's fine. I wasn't even looking at the stats. I was
oh,
just
good.
looking at the pictures.
That's what I want you to do when I'm telling you to look up creatures because I don't want you cheating, more or less. Not that it matters, considering I could go and pull the 5.5 edition or the second edition, and then y'all are really going to be fucked.
I mean, I'm probably fucked to begin with, anyways.
It's okay. You'll have fun. You're the healer. You're okay.
I could just pull out, a 50 caliber rifle out of my other game I was in. That will deal with any creature.
Maybe not Dream Eaters, considering they're technically spectral, but I'm not going to get into that.
Silver bullets.
You'd still have to hit it first. It has to have skin in order to hit it.
Wait, so I wake up here soon then?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
You should be able to. Um, he kind of just keeps chatting on and off. And eventually, you do see Hellsbane kind of just appear. It's kind of like a strike of lightning. You hear him start cussing because he tripped over a tree branch and kind of fell down a portion of the hill. And he's in a very similar get up to you. And he's like, "Oh, good, you did find him." Of course, I found him. I'm
I'll
good
go
at
like, oh, hi.
sup, and he like finger guns you.
God.
Fucking dying. I gotta mess. I gotta fix this shit.
Oh,
Uh,
uh, I would have, meditated after an hour of prepping my spells.
Okay,
So when he eventually wakes up, I'd be meditating.
okay. Uh, I'm assuming that you're doing that in like the main chapel.
Yes.
Okay.
okay.
The sisters will probably going to kind of coax you into trying to make breakfast with them. Not like super pressuring. They're just kind of coaxing you, like, it'd be fun. Come on, we'd get to know you better.
It's like that younger brother or sister.
More or less, yeah. We don't get a lot of paladins in these parts. What if we just want to talk to you?
Well, during the little bit of meditation I would have gotten, I got a 10 religion.
Okay. Stella's presence is very much here, and she's definitely wandering these halls. You can tell that she is protecting those that are in this house.
Okay. I'm not trying for communication, I'm just meditating.
Maybe not me.
She was trying, but if the dream eaters are trying to eat dreams, it's a little harder.
Yeah, especially since they're doing it outside of their holy ground.
Yep.
Unless they're in the temple. I have no idea what's going on, so I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Make breakfast.
No, you're okay. Okay. The sisters are incredibly friendly with you, and they are just kind of asking you about some of your travels. They're really excited, just like hearing stories, because a lot of them traveled to get here and then never left.
Let me make a quick
I can let you have a little bit more time to kind of wing a story real fast. That way he can walk into it.
Give me a prompt and I'll wing it. 13 performance, by the way.
Okay. You're relatively amusing. They do like hearing you tell your story. We're gonna say that it's a random encounter that you had on the road.
Okay.
As you're coming up with a story, I'm gonna switch back to the dream because he's gonna walk in on your story. Um, they definitely act like father and son. I am gonna say that they are very much going back and forth and kind of making jabs at one another. They get along, and anything that they do say is it might be hurtful if they weren't both laughing at it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It's like, sorry I couldn't help you out a little better. I was doing my best, but I'm kind of new to this.
Oh no, it was perfectly fine. I got along with well, I'm gonna have to write his name down. What is his name?
Velvrik, spelled Velvrik.
Velvr.
Ik.
Yay!
I can put it in the chat.
You can spell.
Better than most people. Velvrik the King. Velvrik the Mad King, technically. But just the king, according to Hellsbane.
Okay.
I'm glad you get along with him. I hate him sometimes. You only hate me when I don't let you do what you want.
I was like, yeah, I learned a couple more card tricks too.
You would be teaching my people card tricks. Well, you're not teaching him. And he kind of sips his tea. Isn't safe haven for dead people? Did he die? Did I fuck up that bad? No, he's not dead.
I thought that at first too.
I'm glad it's not just me. He can't keep calling things safe haven and then. I mean, I was here when I died, but. Yeah, I was here when I died. Although I'm still not quite sure that I actually died, considering I'm still here. And he kind of gestures to himself. Still alive. So, maybe I didn't die.
The fall was definitely interesting though.
Yeah, I think it's the worst part. I keep telling him that he needs to do something about it.
Honestly, I don't know. It was more the fact that I didn't know what was going on at first. But it wasn't that bad actually.
That's great, because I felt the fall and then I woke up just laying in the grass, and his dead kid, who's my brother? My brother. Yes. They kind of look at each other, and Velvet's like, yes, your brother. If I'm your dad, that's your brother. My brother was living here. Well, he was passed too, except he did actually die. Maybe I did actually die. Velvric's just looking at you and nodding. He's like, yes, he did actually die.
Okay.
Hellsbane is having a mild crisis. She's like, oh fuck, I did die. I did die. I brought him back for context. I think that he's
I'll go.
Huh?
Oh, I was about to say, so like, how do I wake up? whatever I do.
Oh, well, if you want to wake up, I could just wake you up. That's fine.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, I was just trying to make sure the coast is clear. I'm pretty sure it's clear. I mean, like, the building seems secure, so if you want out, I can let you out. I was mainly just holding you for him, trying to see what he wanted to do with you.
Oh, is there anything?
Um, I mainly just wanted to say that you're doing good work from the information that it seems that you've gathered. Um, sorry if you don't like me kind of shuffling around in your head. I know that I didn't like that when he was doing it to me. But you know, I was a little worried. So I got all the information that I can just in case I had to go down there, you know, fix it. I didn't want to, but
Oh, I
um,
really don't mind at all. I appreciate the help, especially if someone was eating my dreams. Apparently, I
yeah,
was just sitting there.
you did a smart thing by sleeping in the temple. I'd be worried that if you were outside of that holy ground, that you probably wouldn't have been as protected. I think that
Maybe
getting
we'll,
stuck in void was the best scenarios.
maybe I'll make sure to come back here then whenever we do sleep, because we almost stayed in a an inn.
Yes, might not have been the
That
best
probably
call.
would, yeah.
It's all right though. Nobody here is judging you. Uh, and you can tell that Velverick is much more like he's a little more at ease when Hellsbane is around. He's not as creepy.
Well, that's good.
Where are you
I mean,
giving
I'm
me
sure I am too.
Yes. Because he's a familiar face versus a guy that you've heard about before. And you
Yeah.
can't tell if he's actually evil. The worst part is you can't tell that if he's actually evil. Uh,
I mean, I'm sure I'll find out.
maybe. He If you want out, I'll let you out. That's fine. And he
Oh
sits there
yeah.
and he thinks for a minute. Yeah, you should be safe.
Okay. Well, I think I'll go back then, or wake up, and I will continue this journey to see where it takes me. See if I can get more information about. Or well, I already got a lot more information from you, which I appreciate.
Happy to help. Uh, that being said, stay safe. I think there are bigger forces at play than we know.
I mean, so far it's already getting there.
Considering I'm sitting in false heaven right now.
But I will keep you guys posted on the situation, or I'll keep you, Hellsbane, posted on the situation as we
Thanks.
proceed.
Yes, thanks. If you can't get a hold of me, you have my charm, and well, then a real worst comes to worst, I'll send him again.
Okay.
I'll pretend that I like him enough to send him back to help you. Oh, hush, you like me playing. They continue to bicker for the next, like, 5 minutes over If you didn't like me, then you should have said something, though I am the reason that you met your husband, and like just back and forth at each other again. He wants to go home. Stop distracting me. And eventually, Velfric snaps, and you wake up with a start.
You said with the start?
Yeah, just like that kind of jump, like almost like when you
Oh,
wake up and
okay.
you felt like you were falling.
A startle.
Okay. Um, I'll just jump out of bed real quick and then I'll start to get my stuff around.
Okay. Eventually, when you do get outside into the base of the temple, Jasmine is telling a story
Jasmine!
to. Jesus, I did it again. Luna is telling a story to the three sisters that you were interacting with earlier.
With
They
the.
are sitting so excited listening to this story. Jasmine's doing a pretty good job. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna jump off a bridge.
Luna is. Since you said something had happened on the road, is telling a story about when she was actually commanding a squad because she was an officer. That one of the times while walking through a swamp, because I'm pretty sure I've had to deal with swamps.
Yeah.
She had to pull a guy out of an assassin vine
Nice.
because, well, assassin vines plus flesh does not equal good time.
Right.
Yeah, that's the story you walk into. Is that
And Jasmine is in the process of. Oh my goodness. I'm. I'm done.
Luna is in the process of.
Telling this phantasmal story, and the sisters are sitting there very patiently listening to her. They're actually kind of excited listening to her tell this story. She's not super entertaining, but it's like just enough to where they're definitely paying attention and they're having a lot of fun.
Wow, thanks.
You got a 13, brother. I don't know what you want from me.
I don't even have performance as one of my proficient skills.
Exactly. So this is what you get.
What did we make for breakfast?
You guys made like ham slices, more or less, and eggs. They also were walking you through how they make their freshly baked bread as they were starting to put it in its pan and such. They just let it rise and everything overnight.
Food's in the mess.
I mean, it's baked for the most part.
Wait, were you telling me that?
Yes.
Or were you asking?
No,
Oh, okay.
food's in the mess.
Okay, I was like, okay, thank you. Boy, do I got a story for you.
Okay. Do we
I
have
had
to
a
worry
Surprise.
about
wild night.
do we have to worry about scaring the children?
We're
What
not
children?
children. We're not children. They shake their head.
I don't think so. I mean, it's more just on the lines of our, why am I not, I cannot think of the word.
Assignment?
Quest.
Near to come future, yeah. And our assignment.
Okay. How
Sorry,
bad
I'm
is it?
reading. It was progressively getting worse and worse from what I've heard. Apparently I was in the nothing. And my dreams were being eaten. It's possibly shit, I don't remember the names.
You were told about mind flayers, um,
Lich.
intellect devours,
Like Devourer and
dream eaters,
possible
and
Lynch.
liches. Oh my.
So I told him that. Oh, and I met sorry, I'm bad with names.
That's Velvric.
Like Velvric, um, my god's dad. Uh, Learned a few new card tricks.
Your card tricks aren't gonna
Uh,
help you against a lich.
You'd be surprised. I don't know about that.
They're pretty
I'm
smart.
I mean,
actually gonna
I could pull a card out of his ear, maybe.
maybe
I had to pull, I had to pull a card out of my ear.
I had a pull card out of my ear. I'm gonna give him a spell. Actually, it's a second level, so I don't. You can cast second level. You can. I know this.
If I can cast it, he can cast it.
Yeah.
Give who a spell?
You.
Oh,
That's okay. You're gonna get it from learning your tricks today. He gave it to Hellsbane when he started learning tricks, so it's fair, I think.
You're the DM. You
Yes.
choose what's fair.
is it considered a prepared one or no?
Sure, we'll call it a prepared one. There, now your spell can do something against the Lich. Card tricks can do something against the Lich.
Where is that at?
Oh, I just sent it to you.
It's
I'll add her.
Oh, spray of cards.
you're gonna have
Yep.
to manually put that into your spell list.
Okay.
Do you want me to do that?
I think I was sure.
Okay, spell list. That's a second level spell.
It is.
Okay.
It is technically a canon one, but it is one of the newer arcana, so I don't know if it's included in your character sheets, but it does exist.
Wait, spray of. It might be in here.
It's a warlock spell.
Okay, good to know. Second level warlock spell.
Oh, spectral cards.
Yeah, so you don't even have to use your real one.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
No, spray of cards is not in my list, and my list is pretty up to date. So
It is a canon one, though, so that one isn't one of my homebrew spells. Ethan would be quaking in his boots knowing that you just casually had a conversation with Velvric, because the last time he tried to have a conversation with Velvric, it did not go well.
Oh.
In his defense, his party was trying to kill him. Oh,
Trying to
Velvric.
kill him?
Yeah,
Oh
one
boy.
of the last parties that I played tried to kill him. Oh,
I bet that didn't
but
go very well.
I was going to say that obviously didn't go very well considering he's still here.
Yeah.
So, not sure about you, but I wouldn't challenge a god on their own domain. I don't think that that's going to end very well.
Yeah. I wasn't planning on it.
They
It's
shouldn't
not a
have planned
very,
on
no, it's
it.
not a very smart plan.
I mean, Lucas knows Ethan. It sounds like an Ethan thing, huh? Lucas paying zero attention to us right now.
no, I understand everything.
That sounds like an Ethan thing, huh?
No, that sounds like a Liam thing.
I mean, he was the group that Liam was a part of. Go outside and bark then. Go bark outside. Uh, that was a part. That was a group that Liam was a part in, and it was kind of his idea. So yeah. So what are we doing, guys? Ooh, ouch!
Oh, he's
I
writing
could.
up
I
the
know.
spell.
Is this ritual no, it's not ritual capable, because if you had to take 10 minutes to cast a single spell, there's a problem. It does cost a deck of cards.
It does. However, I'm not going to make him use them.
It's more like a spell focus.
Yep, it's going to be casted like spell focus. Specifically because in my lore, you were taught it by the god that made the spell. If you were just learning the spell casually, you would probably be burning through decks of cards like nobody's business.
Yeah.
But he kind of sort of, um,
Taught me it.
yeah, the guy that made the spell said, "All right, here, friend."
Which I was happy to learn it.
Yep. Guinevere, I need you to put your dog face back on.
Who needs doggo face-o?
My cryptid dog needs to stop looking like a cryptid.
Who needs to
He
do
needs to
that?
look like a dog. I need you to not have your people face on, Guinevere. You're going outside.
Okay. Oh,
Oh
Awesome.
shit.
you
So
say
then,
you're gonna
yeah, I was saying I learned new card tricks and then all the
that we might be
other
going
mon-
with a lich, mind flayers, intellectual
Yeah.
horror, and dream eater. Wonderful. Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my.
And I talked to Vilbrick. He seemed pretty
He's
chill.
crazy.
He's crazy. No, he says
Wait,
that
I don't
name and
know.
the
no,
hairs on
wait. Let me roll on my religions and see if I know this one.
yeah.
That's a 10.
He's relatively well known. He is known as the Mad King, so
He's
you
crazy.
definitely think that he's crazy.
I
But
don't know.
great.
He seemed pretty chill. I mean, he taught me new tricks. We talked for I don't even know how long. Pretty much like, and then he helped me. He saved me from whatever was trying to eat my dreams.
Oh, if he needed saving, I'm pretty sure Stella would have done that since you're, in
Uh,
her temple.
it didn't get me very far. I was just sitting in the empty, whatever that is.
While she was protecting you, me, the High Priestess, and the 3 girls.
But apparently, it's under the whole town. The whole town might be dealing with this.
That's a pretty powerful creature if it can outdo a pretty powerful god in their own temple.
That's why I was like, oh shit. Especially when he started listing off things that it possibly could be or is or what. But we have more information now to further prepare ourselves. and be a little more aware.
Well, I had to take that with a massive grain of salt because he is the god of tricks. So I can't trust everything he says. Right now I feel like my internet cut out.
No, we heard you.
Okay. Because it was just
I
dead
heard you anyway.
silence. Mevel,
Hello?
you're
I can hear you.
back. You're back.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck. My shit's not wanting to charge. I'm gonna switch chargers and hope that'll help. Uh,
Corned beef and hash is fighting back.
okay, let's hope that works.
Well, there's something I could do right now that could verify that, the people here are living.
I think I missed something here.
What do you think you missed?
I don't know. I just came back and you said you could verify if people are living.
Yes, that is exactly what I said.
Last thing I remember was us saying, uh, oh, that it was under the whole town.
Yeah, a creature that can deal with a whole town and go through a temple's holy protection that they get from a god is a pretty powerful creature. Or
Yeah.
is in the
Okay.
temple.
Oh, that wouldn't be good.
How big is this temple?
Uh, I'd say like 60 by 60, probably.
Okay, that works in my favor.
Is there a basement?
You haven't found out yet.
I go stand in where the middle of this temple is supposed to be.
Okay.
Would you like me to make a check to make sure I'm in the middle?
I mean, you know the layouts of these. They're relatively all the same. So you're going to assume that the farther portion of the back of the altar would be the middle.
Okay. I cast Divine Sense.
Okay. What exactly are you looking for? It's going to be my first question.
Is there any undead or celestials or fiends? Well, outside of the demon dog, the hellhound.
Um, I mean, you can definitely feel the celestial energy here from where your goddess was lingering. Um, Arguably the high priest counts as a fiend, but he's a tiefling, so
That wouldn't ping Divine Sense, though.
right. Um, there's nothing in particular that is standing out to be necessarily out of the ordinary. There is like a very it feels off, but you don't know why.
That's what everyone's
Do I feel
saying.
like I have a barrier like below me that I can't go past for that?
Yes.
This place has a basement.
I thought
Where'd you go?
so. I don't know. It's always a dark, scary basement.
It's always a dark, scary church basement.
Other than we need to check out I guess the basement or the crypts, whatever it's
That
supposed to be. Uh,
and the force.
so far the upper level is safe from
Oh yeah, and
undead.
we do not want to sleep anywhere else but here, most likely,
Why?
because of whatever is going on. I would recommend staying here for whenever we do need to sleep.
Okay. Well, for our protection, and just in case if there's something, I'm gonna go gear up for battle.
I think I already
Okay.
kind of got all my stuff.
You did.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll eat while he does that.
Okay.
Before
You
I
go.
don
Go ahead.
my armor and my weapons, I kneel down and do a mini pray.
A mini pray. Yeah, that's fine. Are you asking for anything in particular? That'll help guide me.
No, just watch over this. See, I can't say battlefield. I don't know if it's gonna turn into a battle yet. I guess watch over this land.
Okay. Yep. For sure. And you kind of feel like a warm hug, more or less, come across you when you do that.
And then I sit up.
Okay. When you do, uh, you kind of feel more energetic putting on your armor. It's probably ineffective, praying and being in her holy ground, but
What's her symbol? I don't remember.
her symbol looks a lot like a star map.
Okay.
I'm not going to give you specific constellations because we will be here for the next 2 hours of me just describing constellations if I do that.
So the holy symbol, my holy symbol would just be star
It's a
map.
little glass dish that's a star map. So, I mean, you can make it into a pendant. It'd just be a little chunky. It's about the size of a palm.
Well, I have a holy symbol. Just wanted to.
Yeah, I know. It's a little glass disc, and it's engraved to look like a star map.
Okay. Because I would have basically a two-dimensional version of that on the face of my shield.
Yep.
I feel like I just got done downing an espresso.
While he
More
does
or
that,
less.
can I knock on his door again
Yeah, I don't see why
and
not.
run down the hallway with footsteps?
Yes, do it.
I'll do that.
I am gonna make an insight check on that.
Do it. Roll deception for me, Jason.
Okay. I got a 17, and I don't know what my deception is.
It's directly under your athletics.
+2.
So
19.
Okay.
Sorry, I was on my spell sheet.
Okay.
I'm
I got
Just
a
reading up on
23.
spells.
You got a
Holy shit.
23. So he does a really good job. But you do like catch him like if you go and answer the door.
I. When was this? Was this as soon as I'm done? In the middle?
Well, no, I didn't want me to actually do it. I just wanted to use my Doom
Thaumaturgy?
Oh, you're
uh,
still. Okay.
thaumaturgy, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Um, so I'd say you could probably tell that it's thaumaturgy then. Like this guy. He's not hurting you, and it's not super annoying, but
I don't have thaumaturgy. I cannot do what Jasmine can do. You know, sound like a freight train yelling.
they're fucking.
So, yeah, because I don't have access to cantrips.
Nope.
I'm just, I'm just gonna finish getting ready and go out to the middle of the central chamber, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if Mavel is ready or not.
I mean,
Probably be ready. I was just eating. Well, I
yeah,
already got all my stuff ready. Do we know
yeah, I
where
can
this
do that.
basement is?
You're not sure.
I cannot change what spells I have uh, prepared anymore. But you have the spell, if needed,
Yeah.
that I'm thinking of.
What?
You have detect magic.
Yeah.
So, you also have
Oh,
detect good and evil, but
yeah.
we can use that stuff later. First, we need to either find. Where are the girls? Are they back in the?
That's what I was about to ask. If we could ask them if they know where the basement is, or if they even know if they have a basement.
Yeah.
Is it just
So
a
they
hidden
are
one?
technically back in the library right now. The library is close to the office that you met the father in last night.
Okay. Well, I clank my way over. Oh,
Okay,
no,
tag.
no, it's more like I'm wearing chainmail, not plate.
You're right.
Could I make it louder?
No, you cannot.
You can.
Could I make it louder with thaumaturgy?
You
Just
technically can.
just as he's just walking,
I
just
don't think the sound only affects you when it comes to making it louder.
or like harmless ground tremors as he's walking.
Oh my god. That
I mean,
one
you
you can
can.
actually do.
I'm gonna do that one.
Even though I'm lighter, I'm the lightest elf I know of.
Yep.
I'm gonna do that one. Harmless ground tremors.
Okay, I love that for you. So as you take a step, the ground around you kind of just ever so slightly quake.
This is not the time for jokes.
What are you talking about?
Is it every time I step?
Yeah. I'll stop it once we get to the door to the thing, though.
Okay.
I love what you're doing. I'm trying to stay in character, and you're
It's
making it
great.
very
Don't stop it.
hard.
I love it. It's great. Don't stop it. I love it. I love mischievous clerics. They're my favorite. Don't stop.
Ooh, as we enter the room, can I make the flames flicker?
You
You
can.
can
Yeah.
actually open the door.
Yeah, you can. You can open the door.
I'll do that too. I'll open the door, make the flames flicker.
And the ground was just shaking slightly. Luna steps into the room. They kind of like look up at you. They were all three reading their various scripture and their study. Each of them did have their hair veiled, which isn't an uncommon practice. It's a little outdated, but it's not uncommon.
You said hair veiled.
Yeah. So like,
Just wanted to
if you
verify
look at
what you said. That's all.
okay, I was gonna say a lot of Catholic women veil when they're praying or studying.
Okay.
It's a very old practice, and you would know that. Uh, it's a little bit outdated, and not a lot of places are like enforcing that rule anymore. But some, like, obviously, if you choose to do so, you choose to do so.
Sorry for interrupting your reading.
Oh no, it's fine, sister. What do you need?
Do you know where the entrance of the basement or the crypts below this building is?
Oh, yes. It's just around. So the entrance to the cemetery is just before the bathhouse, right? If you go around closer to that entrance on the east side of the building, it's just there.
Thank you.
Oh, is it like a storm door?
Yeah, more or less. It's a storm door.
Is it locked?
Father should have the key, but it should be locked. We've been worried about people getting in. With the grave robbings and all. It didn't used to be until then.
Well, I would just want to verify that nothing is down there that would be negative.
We appreciate that, sister. Thank you. You can speak to Father. I doubt that he's going to have a concern with that.
I turn and go towards the study
Father's on.
office, I guess. His personal room that he has for reading.
Right. uh,
Tink.
you follow the same path that you did the other day. And again, he welcomes you when you enter. I forget his name. Did you guys write down his name?
Uh,
No,
let me see.
I don't write down notes much.
I normally do, but I can't find that one for whatever reason, which is really funny because when I format my sessions, I have a notebook with all of the notable NPCs as the first thing before the actual framework for the session.
I don't. All I
And
have is just Mary Jane and
gotcha.
Orville of the town.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I'm just gonna call him Father. He doesn't need a name for the time being. I'm sure it'll come back to me later.
I have a name that could work temporarily, thanks to
Sure,
other stuff. Father Costello.
that works.
I don't know where I get the name from. It's from an anime. That's all I know.
That works for now. I think Might be a Castlevania reference, but I haven't seen Castlevania in a couple years, so don't murder me if I'm wrong.
I haven't seen it at all.
Oh,
I currently can't,
well,
so.
yeah.
I
That's
don't
fine.
really watch anime.
I watch it on and off when I feel like it. Do not wrestle, you are okay. Oh,
But
goodness. They don't think that's okay. They said mom would want to wrestle. Sit on
does
the
he leave his
bottom.
door closed at all?
It's cracked. It's not closed. Uh, it's cracked. It's a wide enough gap. It's probably about 4 inches. So like it's not enough to be like, oh, he's trying to be private. It's just blocking out the noise or something.
Okay, so I'm guessing by the time I go by the door, he says, "Come in."
Yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, come in.
I was wondering if we can get the key to the uh s- cellar door
Oh, yeah. Well, why do you need it? But yes, of course.
because I feel like there's something underneath the temple that's blocking
Oh, well,
any type of detection.
that's odd, considering I check it myself. But I'd be more than happy to let you look.
Just verifying certain steps is all.
Absolutely, I'm not arguing with you. I'm not hiding anything either. So yeah, here. And he opens his desk drawer and he pulls out the key and hands it back to me.
I take the. What's the key made out of?
The
Just
key is made out of brass.
So I have a quick question.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
with thaumaturgy, it says I can cause unlock door slash window to slam or whatever. Does that
Yeah.
work for locks as well? Like an individual lock? Can I unlock?
no.
Absolutely no.
Now,
So it
if it
has to
was
be a door lock?
a lock that was open, like a padlock, you could slam that closed, technically. But when
Right. Arguably, yes.
But it says cause unlock.
it doesn't lock them, it opens and closes the door. That's all it does.
Why does it say unlock though?
Because if it's
I
locked,
will
it can't be shifted.
I will double check the logistics behind that. I will confirm it
Cause.
actually from there.
I'm just curious because it says cause unlock. I feel like if it was just cause
Cause
door to open,
unlocked doors.
it just says cause unlock door.
Hold on. I'm
Cause
gonna
unlocked door or window to slam, which means it has to be unlocked for it to do anything to the door or window. Which is why I was able to slam a door behind us, and even though uh, in my other game to save ourselves, I still got paralyzed, and the big strong elf lady saved me.
You instantaneously cause an unlocked door or window to fly open or slam shut. That is specifically the wording. So the door itself does not unlock. The
Okay,
any door
so it
that is
has to
not
be
closed.
so just fly open or fly closed. Okay,
Yep. And it has to be unlocked. So
okay.
Damn it! I want a cookie.
I just had a chocolate bar. I had a portion of our chocolate bar that we got from the Renaissance Fair the other day.
I made cookies and I can't grab one right now
That's sad.
because I put the cookies where the rest of this sugary stuff is, which is above my dad. And
Ah,
I don't want to drop anything on him.
that's fair. Walking around my house trying to find a spot for the rose that house has been going. It's a metal rose. It smells like roses, so that's kind of cool.
That's neat.
No,
Uh,
I don't know how it smells like roses, but it smells like roses.
Ooh,
It's neat. House husband spoils me.
can I ask the priest if it's dark down there?
Definitely
I'm
going
assuming
to be there down there. And he
I'm
would
gonna
respond.
use light when we get to the door
Okay.
or to the cellar or whatever.
what do you cast light on?
Uh, my shield.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to ask, do I have to be exposed to the sky for moonbeam?
Yes. That is my rule for it.
Okay.
I do recommend being able to actually see the sky in order to cast the thing involving the sky.
In casting in the cases of needing the sky elementals. Elements.
Yeah. There's not a lot of things that I'm super rule picky about when it comes to spells, but that is unfortunately one of them.
Okay. Well, I take this brass key and unlock the cellar door, I guess.
Yep. Going around back, it is still cold as shit outside. It's not snowing, thank goodness, but it is
I'll,
still cold as shit.
I have proper undergarments on then.
Yeah, but I mean, in general, it's not snowing, it's just cold. And thank fuck it's not snowing because your friend might have been buried based off of Mary Jane's uh mem.
Mary Jane's explanation
Yeah.
of how bad the weather is here.
Yes.
Oh yeah, how deep is the snow?
At the moment, it is only about 4 inches. You didn't pick up
Okay,
any more snow throughout the night. If it
that's
would have
good.
continued, you would have been fucked.
Yeah.
We can play piggyback.
My potato dog is being a very sweet potato dog, so you guys get a picture of the potato dog. He's a sleepy potato dog. Are you being a honey man?
Oopid stupid big eared potato.
Yep, stupid, big-eared potato dog.
I want to get a wiener dog.
Mm,
They have two corgis. They are very sweet. They are Lancelot and Guinevere.
I'd
Let me smell
prefer
your rose.
I'd prefer a corgi.
Yeah, me too. They're bigger. They're a little less. They're a little harder to step on.
And if you do, they're just a pile of fluff.
Yeah, more or less. Ah, bub bub. He's sniffing my clean laundry right now. I'm just hoping he doesn't try to pull a sock out of the laundry basket. Because unfortunately, he likes to eat socks. Because he's a gremlin.
Um,
You guys managed to get to the cellar. There isn't a lot of protest from the storm door. You do have to brush it off a little bit because there's still quite a bit of snow. 4 inches of snow is not a small amount of snow. Not a big amount of snow, but like it's obviously still going to hinder movement and
Ooh,
especially moving
could I
things like storm.
use
What?
could I use thaumaturgy to open it once we unlock it? just to brush the snow off itself, so we don't have to do it.
You know what? That's not a bad idea.
Before you do
Mhm.
that,
Before.
I was wondering if you could ritually cast Detect Magic. Because that
You
won't.
can ritually cast the magic, yes.
Because so he doesn't have to expend a spell slot.
Doesn't that take 10 minutes though?
Yes.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. You take the 10 minutes that it's going to cost you to. You take the 10 minutes that it's going to cost you to cast the spell without burning through that spell slot. And in that time, there is nothing magical that you can tell that shouldn't already be on that other side of the door. For example, like you can feel the holy symbols, various sigils, probably another altar, but it doesn't seem any different than the altar that's upstairs.
That you know of.
Yes.
You could go longer and see if to use a action to see auras and school of magic. That's what my description has. I'll look up detect magic in my book.
Yeah, it says that too.
If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. You learn its school of magic, if any.
Yeah, so in this specific circumstance, since you guys have not gone downstairs yet, and you're kind of waiting above, you're not gonna get any of that information until you go
He sees
into
that
the
I
cellar.
glow a little. That's about
Yeah,
it.
he does. hmm
What color do I glow?
You glow kind of like a navy blue.
Okay.
Technically, the presence of the astral sea will always be like a navy blue.
Can I see my own color?
Yeah. Your color is kind of like a lime green. It's funky.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
just like in awe, just looking at like, ooh.
What it's like to
That's
be a psychedelic for the first time.
that's a corgi butt.
It is a corgi butt. Him got a corgi butt. Him was splooting. I had to take a picture.
See anything? Notice anything?
Not really. It seems about the same as it was up there.
Okay. Open her up.
I'll use thaumaturgy to open it up, and then I'll also use cast, or I'll do light on my shield.
Okay. Um, there is a relatively steep stairwell to get down into the basement, and it kind of smells mildewy in here, but it's not the worst. You definitely have seen worse.
I've probably smelt worse. Like death and
Right,
decay.
so just, yeah. So vaguely mildew is not the worst thing. Uh, there are a couple older textbooks that were down here, probably not necessarily forgotten, but no longer useful. Um, Probably those for like the beginner learners, but if your entire if your entire town knows most of the base scripture, you're probably going to be using actual scripture versus like a learning guide. Um, there's candles, there's various bundles and incense. Um, there's holy symbols. It's essentially a dusty, mildewy storage space of a church basement.
Do I want to burn up
Can I
another?
roll for perception?
Yeah, you can roll for perception. And since you have your light on, it shouldn't be impacted by the low visibility. Technically, it was dim light until you cast the light on your shield. So that was a good call.
Okay.
Do I want to
Got
burn
a
up another cast of that?
15
15.
plus what would that be? Perception?
Yep, perception
Yeah,
is normally based on your wisdom, but I think that we
2.
gave you. Okay. Um, you kind of look around the room, and you notice that there are like mice and such, so it's not super watertight. And that feeling that you got from your dream kind of starts sinking in, that feeling of dread.
Um, my
Can I like elbow Luna and I'm like something's here,
uh, I make a
whispering it.
perception check myself. My dice are loving me tonight. That's a 23.
You're gonna roll absolute dog shit the next like 2 weeks. I hope you're aware of
I know.
that.
I'm getting like medium rolls.
Medium is not bad. That's
This is
kind
the
of where you want
second
to stay.
19 I've rolled.
Uh, you look around and you can feel it in the walls. It sounds awful. You can hear the clawing and the squeaking.
Are with this stuff, is it against a wall? Is it like a shelf?
Uh,
It's in the walls.
No,
I'm
I'm
starting to
saying like the
feel a little.
scripture, the incense, the candles.
Yeah, they're on the shelves lining the walls for the most part. There's a couple of them that are kind of standing in the middle. They're arranged in aisles.
Uh, I try to shift items like against where the middle of the temple would be, off the walls.
Okay.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I'm feeling a little sus about this priest now. He says he comes down here every day, and
Not
he
for every
can't.
day, because then he checks it. Which I mean could
Oh,
just be opening it for him.
okay.
But no, it's more than okay to be suspicious of the priest. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to argue with you. This is your guys' story. I'm just the framework.
I'm not gonna say that right now, but I'm just.
Um,
It's just running through
I
my
I
head
wanna
for now.
make like a me-sized space of where these scriptures, these holy symbols and incense aren't gonna be.
Okay.
And I grab my maul, my hammer.
I love that. Do it. Okay.
And what's my maul made out of?
I mean, metal?
Okay.
Probably iron?
Uh,
You're a paladin?
how close is our tiny cleric to me?
I don't know, tiny cleric. How close are you?
I'm probably like 5, 10 feet away from him, just shining the light on him so he could see.
Uh, I hope this room doesn't collapse. And you see, as you see me do a backswing and just smack the bottom of the wall where I cleared out.
Roll. Okay. Roll your strength. Roll a strength for me.
Strength or an attack?
Strength because you're trying to bust through the wall.
I'm not Kool-Aid Manning this. That would hurt. I guess it's been a bit since I've used them all.
Yeah? What'd you get?
7.
7. So walls have an AC of 10, friend.
Clang.
You hit the base of this, you forget that the walls are made out of stone, and you get like the whole vibration feeling going through your body. You probably drop your maul. You're kind of just staring at it, like, okay, I didn't realize I could reverberate through my shoulders, but
Can I make a joke and say what were we trying to accomplish here?
uh, give me a second. I'm gonna make a perception
Okay.
check.
Can I just do like the ground tremors on the walls?
Please don't. That's a 17 for perception. Does it still sound like scratching?
not nearly as bad. But there is very like quiet ones now. Whatever the larger thing was is no longer there.
Where is it?
That's for y'all to scout.
Shit, the old ladies are probably upstairs dying. Can I roll perception too?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, my guy. That's the fun part about D&D. It's also the hard part about D&D.
I got a 16 plus 2. So 18.
Hell yeah. You can kind of hear it above you.
Shit, it's upstairs. I say,
Shit. Go. I'll catch up.
I run upstairs.
Cause I
Okay.
need to grab my hammer.
A little bit.
I think I'm pretty sure I'm a little bit slower in my heavy armor.
I don't think so in heavy armor. I think it happens in full plate is when you start losing your movement speed.
I'll check on my.
Also, he has a 25 because he's a halfling. So, like,
Yes, but he'd be slightly ahead of me.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying, is if you, like, picking up is only an action that takes about 6 seconds.
Ooh,
So-
could I send a short 25 word to a familiar creature stating... Oh, maybe not. That's a waste of it's level 3.
Yes, that would be.
I was gonna send it to the priest to warn them. but
Wait.
I'll just go run up there.
Wait. Since does his telepathy require line of sight?
Oh, great question. We're gonna say yes for logistics purposes.
Okay.
Wait, how do I have telepathy?
Because of the version of halfling you have telepathy.
You do. I'm gonna say that he can telepathically communicate with his god, though, in general, because that's more or less prayer.
But I'm.
But yeah, I'll just keep running upstairs then. I'll go back into the temple. Or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. You run in, and standing in the middle of the middle aisle between the various pews, just before the altar, is something called a rat king.
Rat King.
Rat king.
Okay. Because chainmail can reduce your speed. If you have a strength of below 13.
You have a strength of below 13,
I have a 14.
so it doesn't impact yours at the moment.
Yeah.
Sick.
Rat shit, bat shit, crazy old.
It's called the Rat King. It does not look like what we as people think of a Rat King. Uh, this one is a mangled mess of limbs that is almost like a Frankenstein's monster-esque situation. It stands about 5.5 feet tall, and it is an amalgamation of various rat pieces that is vaguely now human-esque shaped. There's a very the head itself is made out of multiple rat heads and such. There is one main center of this thing, and it looks close to like a human skull. And the rats are around it, kind of acting as like the skin and the bone and the sinew of the creature.
Yum.
Tasty.
With different pieces of the fur and tails. Its arms are again mainly bodies and spines. Uh,
Are any of the ladies of the priest around or no?
no, but you can hear them kind of taking cover in the kitchen.
Okay.
This thing turns its head at you. It has two entirely blind looking eyes that are human esque. It clicks a couple times. Roll initiative.
Oh boy. That's a D20.
Yes.
I got a 14.
Okay. I need to get a die out.
I feel like that's probably bad.
I got a 14.
You also got a 14.
What's your dexterity?
I don't know. +2.
No, dexterity. I didn't ask for the modifier.
Oh, my dexterity is a 14.
Okay, so you'd go ahead of me.
I mean, a +2 was going to be either a 13, 14, or I think a 15. So it's okay.
It's whatever your
Thing only.
dex
Well,
Yeah, it's just 14, 14, 14. Everybody's getting 14.
This one got a 12 total. So it clicks at you a couple times, and you are able to hit it. You're on first.
Oh boy.
Are you gonna be the support like you said you were gonna be, or are you gonna attack?
It
Can I
doesn't matter.
cast hold person?
Yes, actually, that would technically count in the circumstance.
Save or paralyze? Make
Yeah.
another. Yeah.
What is your
So
spell save?
What is what?
What is your spell save, DC? Can you show him where that's all on his sheet?
That is on the top right. I have it highlighted
Top right.
of your spell page.
Oh, 13?
Okay. Unfortunately, it didn't work. This is the first time this die has ever rolled a nat 20 on me. I
Holy shit.
specifically use these die because they normally roll like garbage when I'm DMing. This one said not today, fam.
I'm sorry, that was a level 2 spell that you just used up, and your only action. Smart idea though.
No, it was a really good idea. It just unfortunately did not work for you.
I didn't think he had that spell.
It's okay. I'm not arguing with it. Shit.
I tried.
No, you did, and it was a really good idea. This thing just decided to say, "Hey, friend, no," for whatever reason.
So I have to ask, can I only have one concentration spell at a time?
Yes,
Oh,
but you have to concentrate.
that ruins a lot of my ideas.
Well, what are some of your ideas? I'm a little bit more willing if I know
I
what you're
don't know
trying to
if it's
do.
my turn yet.
It is your turn. This thing got a 12
Well,
total.
Jason didn't say he was done.
Well, I would assume so because he had one action, unless he's making any movements or using a bonus action.
I don't think I have any bonus actions.
Since I have extra
Yeah, I'm good.
attack, does that mean I can cast 2 spells?
No,
Okay.
not technically. If you give me
Well,
a really good reason to, I'll let you, but it has to be a really convincing reason.
I'm gonna go grab some juice.
I
I'm still on
was.
my fist tip. Sorry.
Ah, okay. I my idea was, oh, I could have casted both those. Never mind. My idea broke. How close am I to this monstrosity?
I'd say like 30 feet.
Am I able to walk up to it and smack it?
I mean, you can do whatever you want, sure.
Because I don't remember. Is it movement in one
Well,
a attack or?
no, your move. So what you do have would be your action, your bonus action, and your movement. So you can move, use your action, and uh, some people, I think that paladins at level 5 do get 2 attacks.
Yes.
I think. Um, so that being said, that would be one action. Both of your attacks is one action. Casting something is an action, but you do get your movement. Disengaging is also technically an action, by the way, unless you have the thing that makes it a bonus action. There's a feat that makes disengaging a bonus action.
But I'll walk up to it, and since I still have my maul in my hands, uh,
You're definitely glad that you kept it, huh?
I try to swing better than I did at the wall.
Let's hope. Go ahead and hit.
Okay, I'll take that. That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits. This thing doesn't have very high AC,
Um,
which is fine.
give me a second. This just requires me when you hit a creature with a melee attack, you can expend 1 spell slot. Um, I do a level 2 divine smite.
As you should. Do
And
it.
that's what I'm doing. That's 3D. Is this classified as Undine, Fiend, or Unfiend, or Fiend?
This thing is definitely an undead.
Okay, so it takes 4d8 plus 2d6.
Or does.
Oh,
That's
it's
okay.
undead?
What?
It is undead.
Damn it.
It's a Frankenstein's monster of rats. So I'd hope it's undead.
I didn't know that. I could have used Destroy Undead.
That's
That
fair. Well,
requires,
now you have something to try.
but
You have something to try for the.
that's half a CR challenge rating that you could do that with. So like, uh,
Oh, I would have to calculate the CR for this thing. It shouldn't be higher than 1. So there's a chance.
yeah, that would be it would be half a CR or lower. that he could destroy. But my damage, the bludgeoning damage is 10,
Okay.
and the radiant damage, right?
Yep.
Radiant, where extra,
Are
yes,
you
radiant
are
damage.
you
No, I was
are you
trying
doubling it already, or am I doubling it?
doubling. No, I have to roll extra dice. I didn't get a critical.
Right. Are you doing the damage just flat out?
I will tell you the total damage since it is going to be doubling since it's undead, apparently. I didn't know that.
Yes. That yeah, I wasn't gonna tell you, but I thought that you kind of assumed.
34 radiant damage.
Okay. Awesome. Hell yeah.
I got a 1 on that second set of rolling.
Yeah, that one doesn't hit, that's for sure.
No, for damage.
Oh, gotcha.
My second attack is a cocked die. Let's try that again.
Okay.
That is a 13.
That one doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit? Okay.
No.
You ugly motherfucker.
Yeah, it's definitely ugly, that's for sure.
That's my turn.
Awesome.
Wait. Maybe. Is that spell a bonus action? Yes, it is. I cast Compelled Duel.
Isn't your smite a bonus action? Casting it?
Nope. When you hit a creature with a melee attack, you can expend one spell slot to deal radiant damage to the target in addition to the weapon's damage. It says nothing about actions.
I'm gonna double check. Hold on. It's not that I don't trust you, it's that I know that your stuff is also kind of homebrewed. When I've got an official list going on. Where's Miss Eleanor?
I'm reading the book.
Yee. Oh, you're reading from the book, okay. Hold on.
Holy shit.
Now, if I use Thunder or Smite, that would be a bonus action.
Okay.
No, I used
What smite were you using?
just
Divine?
the basic Divine Smite.
Okay. Cool. I forgot that she's a little more tripped out too, but that's okay. All right, yeah, no, you're fine. I was double checking, that's all. Not trying to be a rules monger, just double checking.
This spell ends if you attack or target another hostile creature. If friendlies deal
Yeah.
if a friendly damages or slash casts a harmful spell on it, or if you and your I can damage it, but Mavel can't without problems.
Right.
It doesn't say you
Okay.
get a wisdom save right off the bat.
You shouldn't.
I'll read the book on this spell. If it's in my book.
I've got it. You're all good. You attempt to compel a creature to duel. One creature that you can see within range must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is drawn to you, compelled by your divine demand. For the duration, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than you. It must make a wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move into a space that is more than 30 away from you. If it succeeds on a saving throw, the spell does not restrict the target's movement for that turn. The spell ends if you attack any other creature, if you cast a spell that targets a hostile creature other than the target, and if a friendly creature to you damages the target or casts a harmful spell on it. If you end your turn more than 30 feet away from the target. So,
Fight
in
me,
this
bitch.
specific, yeah, more or less.
That's what she says. Fight me, bitch. Because it's a
And
I
you know
can't
what?
do anything to it though.
Kind of. You can
You
still
can,
technically do things.
but if you do hit, the spell ends.
But I
Okay.
mean, you also probably wouldn't know that she casted that as a character. So
Okay.
you do what you want,
This
unless she
should
is
be the.
specifically telling you not to. Which speaking is a free action. Uh,
Currently in a duel, so not focused on it right now.
okay, so this thing reaches out and it bites you.
Who?
You.
Okay.
It's compelled to duel to you. It's not doing anything else.
I'm just verifying that you're who you're talking to, because there's two U's right here.
Take 8 points of damage for me.
What did you roll for? Jesus. What did you roll?
An 8?
An 8?
Yes.
I have an AC of 18.
Oh no, it rolled a 20 for its hit.
Oh.
I said take. I know what your AC is. I think. Uh, that being said, it rolled a 20. You take 8 points of damage. That is not doubled because I'm being nice.
I took my damage.
Alrighty. It tries to lash out at you, but it swipes a little too close and just catches your chest plate. Or I guess it's your
My
chest
chain.
mail. Yeah, it just catches it, and it breaks one of its nails, which comes off with a wet.
Oh.
It kind of hisses at you and it pulls back. It does not strike again. So it bit you once, then swiped at you, and it did not hit you with its swipe. You're such a sweet boy, Lan. He's giving me the honey eyes, and he's got his face pressed so hard up against the armrest that it's making his fur on his face just kind of like scoosh up, and it's got one of his eyes closed.
I want to see this.
Can see if he'll stay. Because the moment I pick up my phone, he's probably gonna move. He
So
moved.
destroy undead wouldn't work then, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Usually stuff
He did
with
move.
half a CR can be killed with a single strike. Usually.
And this is your guys' first technical boss. Boss? Why do you like that word? Boss? You're such a sweet boy.
Crack.
Lancelot.
Sorry,
No, it's
cocaine.
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 Cocaine is the active word.
Uh,
That's so cute.
He moved just a little bit, but I mean, in his defense, his face was really squished. So,
So, is that the end of...
it's turn, yes. which brings us back to the top of the initiative for Mr. It's
Mevel.
right there. Yes, Meville.
Mevel. Neville.
Okay.
That would be kind of ironic. Thanks to me saying Neville, I thought of Harry Potter characters. If I named my character Hermione and he named his Ron,
Yeah.
because
So I have
Hermione
a
is
question.
Yes.
Hermione's the smart one, Ron's the dumb one, and we have opposite intellects.
Right. What's your question, though? Go ahead, shoot.
Okay, so in some of these spells it says heals 1d4 plus cast spell casting ability modifier. But then what is the overpower section? 1d4 slash level.
Oh, that would be if you cast that at second level, it would gain one at every level above that.
Oh, okay. I
It,
get it now. Okay. Okay.
so instead of
Uh,
having 7 different cure wounds spells in your list, you could just cast cure wounds at level 9 and have 9d8 plus your ability modifier. It would be kind of a waste for a level 9 spell, but
Right.
okay.
She must have sensed that brother was getting pet or something because she definitely is down here trying to like nibble on my hand now because brother was getting attention and she was not. Huh, Nancy.
oh,
I'm gonna try hold persons again.
Yeah, go ahead. It's a really good idea. And it technically doesn't count as a hostile attack. So
no, it doesn't.
it would still keep Lucas's spell up, which is neat.
I got a
Go for it.
17 this time.
Awesome.
And
Why would you?
It did not pass this time.
Why
It's
did you
fine. It didn't
roll?
pass anyway.
I rolled a 17. Do I add anything to that or no?
Why did you didn't need
You
to
didn't
roll?
technically have to roll, and that's okay. But it
Oh,
doesn't
I
matter.
didn't have to roll?
No,
Nope, you would base it off of your spellcasting DC, which is that one that was highlighted in the corner that he pointed out for
Oh,
you.
the 13
Yep, but that's
plus
fine
spell
because
attack?
spell attack modifier for a cleric should, I want to say charisma as well, but
no, it's
either
wisdom.
charisma or wisdom. I
Well,
was
it
going to
says
say
DC 13, but then next to that, what is spell attack?
That would be
that would
your.
be
Plus
like
5?
if you're like cast fireball in order to hit with fireball, you would use that as your as what you would add when you're rolling. So like if you're
Okay.
attacking with like a weapon, how you add your strength mod or your dex mod depending on what you were. That would be the equivalent of attacking with your
I
spell.
love how you use a spell that's a point and click spell.
Yes, but like assume that you're aiming it, you know?
Yeah. I cast lightning
Um,
bolt. That he would understand. That would be what you would require a spell attack. So
Okay.
in your case, guiding bolt, you roll with either that spell attack.
yep, you would roll with that modifier in mind. Um,
Okay.
boop.
So he is paralyzed for 1 minute,
Yes,
and every turn
which
he
is
10 turns.
Make a
yep,
safe throw at each end of each turn.
yep. To try to beat the 13.
Is it my turn?
It sure is. As far as I'm aware, anyway. Unless Neville is doing something else. But I don't think he
Yes, you
Yeah, I
can.
can't really do much.
Yes, you can. You can cast Healing Word.
Isn't that another action?
That's a bonus action.
It is a bonus action.
Where does it say that?
Casting time.
Casting time?
I have it highlighted on your screen.
Oh,
How many hit points do you have, though?
How many do I have?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm only down to. You done exploding over there?
Yep.
I'm only down to 52 HP.
Fine.
I was just giving an option. That was all.
Okay.
I didn't realize that was where my bonus actions are.
That's okay. Your bonus
Yeah.
action can also be things like, I think for halflings, your disengage is a bonus action, but that doesn't necessarily matter in this circumstance.
What do you
Um,
mean disengage?
it's something that, like, if you were trying to run away, you can disengage your enemy, so it doesn't get an attack of opportunity as you're running away from it.
Oh, brave? You have advantage on saving throws against being frightened?
No.
No, but that's okay.
But
Um,
if it comes to you getting hit with an attack of opportunity, then
we can talk about it then.
yeah.
Because that one's going to be a little bit easier to learn in practice than it is to learn in words.
Okay.
So, are you ending your turn?
Yeah, I'll do the bonus action of healing you.
Okay.
Okay.
1d4.
1d4 plus ability modifier, which would be plus your wisdom's modifier.
My wisdom modifier?
Yes.
That would be a +2.
Okay, so it's 1d4 plus 2.
I got the 3, so 5.
5. You almost heal all the way. We love that for you.
I'm at 57 HP. I'm invigorated now.
That uses a spell slot?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, buddy. You're such a sweet boy.
Alright, I conclude my turn.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, that means that it is Luna's turn.
Yay! You got it right.
I did. I didn't have a stroke this time.
Oh, I can't even cast Thunderous Smite.
No, I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. I think that's.
That's a concentration spell.
Hey.
So I could be doing 4d8 and 4d 6 in one hit if I did that. But I'm not.
There's a reason why I'm using homebrew creatures against you. I specifically have a power hitter and a healer, which is great. It's a really great balance for a duo party. It means that I don't have to use a lot of NPCs to help you guys.
Ow, ow, ow. Okay. I'm gonna swing my mighty hammer.
Okay, go for it.
That is a 17.
That definitely hits.
I am doing another level 2 no, I'm doing a level 1 divine smite.
Okay, go for it.
So my blunt damage is I have max blunt damage. That is 14 damage.
Wow, good job.
Divine Smite is 2d6. 2d8. Okay. Woo!
Whoa.
Takes 12 radiant damage.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wait.
A lot of juice.
Oopsies.
Oopsies.
Need to roll an additional d8.
Go ahead.
That's another 14 points of damage.
Let's go.
And my second attack will be a miss.
Of course.
That was a 7 in total.
Yeah, no, you definitely don't hit with that one. So you go in, you hit this really heavy strike with the power of your god and her temple. And the second time, you come around and you the second
I
time,
whiff.
you ever so slightly off balance with your stepping. And you have to take a step back too far and you miss.
Wait.
Hi, buddy.
And I cast. Wait. Attacking target must make creatures attacking target must make a save or choose a new target. Ends if creature makes an attack. Okay, now I need to read the actual definition of sanctuary. Because that is so confusing. Because if it's allowing me to do what I think it's gonna do, if I think it's allowing me to do, you ward a creature within range against attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with a attack or harmful spell must make a wisdom saving throw. On a fail, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack. I cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay.
So, and that's a bonus action. I was verifying that.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's my turn.
Heck yeah.
What's nice is that's not a concentration spell.
Right, for sure. Okay, as you do that, the creature kind of hisses and pulls in on itself, and out from underneath, like its skin,
Isn't it paralyzed?
it is paralyzed.
Which
and
means
it's
I
not
had
technically-
advantage on attacks.
You did, but womp womp. You forgot. With love, you forgot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay. You ended your turn before you caught it, so
Go ahead.
I'm not being nice this time. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You'll be okay.
You know,
Underneath this thing,
I don't need a chance of
kind of-
critical hitting.
maybe not. Maybe not after this. This thing kind of folds in on itself and deflates slightly. You guys see underneath its skin start to wreathe and move and kind of warp, and then almost crawling out of the skin on its legs. Two rats kind of tear themselves from the skin on its legs. And they kind of flop wet onto the ground and then stand up. They stand about 2 feet tall.
Oh shit, that's almost as tall as me.
Yeah. And they do have swords on them. They are very small swords. They are bone swords, technically. So they are made of pure white, almost ivory looking substance. They're still sharp as fuck. And they turn to Mevel. And they're going to go in for an attack.
Should we throw in hands?
Does a 14 hit, Mevel?
My AC is 15.
So it does not.
A little close there.
The first one goes and it leans to strike, and instead you manage to you're kind of freaked out, so you take a big step back, and that threw it just the right amount of off. It tears just a little bit of your robe, specifically catching like the butt end of it, so it tears like a corner. The other one goes in for a strike, and something very similar happens. They tried to strike in tandem, and you stepped back, throwing them both off.
Can I cast Destroy Undead on them now?
Not yet. Oh, actually, yeah, that would be the end of their turn. So, yeah, you can. These ones are. It would be one at a time. But yes, you can do a Destroy Undead on these guys.
It makes a saving throw.
It does. What is the saving throw? The saving throw of what? I think it's con?
When
Either con or
when
wisdom.
an undead fails a saving throw against your turn undead, okay, you need to do turn undead, which is your channel
Where is
divinity.
that?
Each undead you can see or hear you within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage. So, just cast your channel divinity, turn undead.
Channel Divinity, turn undead.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
As an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer concerning the undead.
More or less like, hey, yo, can I not fight these bitches?
I bless you to death.
More or less.
I exorcise the demon. It ran a 30k.
So do I kill one of them then?
Well, she has.
With that, or oh,
You have to make a wish. She has to do two wisdom saving throws.
I'm almost sure that these things are not going to pass, but I'm going to give them a chance. That one got a 6 -3. And that one got a 13 total. So no,
well,
they didn't.
he has a spell DC of 13.
Okay, so that one did pass then. Meets it, beats it.
wait, I thought it was a wisdom saving throw.
Yes,
Mine is a wisdom.
of your spell DC.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Because you
Your spell
technically casted
DC.
a spell.
Yep, and DC stands for difficulty class. So that is what will determine how high something needs to roll in order for it to get a success or a failure.
So how does the first
How
round?
do I get that higher?
Just by leveling and getting higher wisdom.
Yep.
Okay,
So the next time that we level up, if you get an ability score improvement, you can either take a feat or you can improve your stat. You can improve 2 stats by 1 point or one stat by 2 points.
So how's it 13 if my wisdom's 15?
8 plus your wisdom modifier plus your proficiency modifier.
Your proficiency modifier should only be a 2 at this level?
It's a 3.
Oh, okay. Plus your wisdom, which was a 2, I believe, so a 5. 8 plus 5 is 13.
Okay.
Lots of random math. That's kind of why we like the digital sheets.
So how does the one rat die?
The one rat. Yeah, give us a description. What do you want us to? What do you want it to look like? Its head could
Uh,
explode. No, you care. What do you want to? How do you want to do it?
just disintegrate to ash.
Okay. The thing freezes. Its head lurches up at an unnatural angle, and then it just kind of like it does the bye bye Mr. Stark thing and just disappears.
You dusted it. Mr. Krabs, I don't feel so good.
Yeah, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good, and then it disappears. It leaves behind its tiny bone sword.
Which you can use because you're a small creature.
Yep.
But at the moment, I wouldn't worry about that.
No, you don't have to grab it yet.
Is that your turn?
I think so.
Yeah.
Then it's my turn. Is the Rat King?
The big thing is still the Rat King is still paralyzed and it is still in front of you. It's looking real rough. Oh, buddy.
I'm gonna swing with the might of Stella on a paralyzed rat.
Yeah. with a human skull, which is unnerving. Human skull and eyes, paralyzed giant rat mass.
16.
That hits.
Not casting smite.
You don't need to, I promise.
That is 10 points of damage.
That is literally perfect. How do you want to do this?
It's right down the head.
The thing goes to lurch at you, and instead you say, no thank you, and you draw this thing right down the center of its heavy skull. When you do, it cracks open, and it doesn't quite have a brain, but there was something in the skull, and it oozes out in this black mass. Its eyeballs kind of leak from its head. They like pop from the pressure. And leak from its head. The nose is bleeding and bleeding that kind of black ooze, and the skeletal mouth is now coated. All of the rats that are a part of this thing kind of whirth and tighten underneath its skin before they slowly die as well.
Well, since they're still wiggling and stuff, you smash. That's a 23 on the smash.
Okay.
Do
Start
I?
hitting me. Like, no, die. Die, you cursed thing. You are definitely not of this plane.
You got that thing? You got that thing back there?
It doesn't have that dog in him, but it definitely has them rats.
That was a question towards you.
Oh,
No.
What?
To Jason? Hello?
Oh, the other rat?
Yeah, you got that?
I mean, I think I either or. I'll just use undead again. Destroy undead.
I think you can only channel divinity once of
For a long
rest.
rest, I think. I mean, it's got 5 hit points. I believe in you.
Oh, it's only once per day?
It's a once per short rest.
Short rest.
Okay.
Got it.
So you could take a literal 30-minute nap and it'll be back.
It's not my turn, though, right?
It's the
Yeah.
rat's turn.
It is our singular rat's turn.
You. I'm playing whack-a-mole with rats.
Yeah, more or less. So it did get a nat 20 for its damage.
Ooh.
hit
Damn.
moderate dice. I'm specifically using my DM's dice because I don't like it when I do really well as a DM. I don't. My goal is to not try to kill you. I want this to be fun. I don't want to kill you.
Yes, but this is gonna be funny.
I don't think it's gonna kill him. I think that I'd be a little concerned if something with 5 hit points kills him. Take
Uh,
4 damage total.
I don't know. That might break him.
4 damage total, please.
Okay.
Did
And
it
that's the
poke
end of
him?
the turn.
Was it a poke or a slash?
It's a little bit closer to. I mean, it is technically a piercing damage because it's built like a rapier.
But rapiers can have sharp edges.
Not really, but either way, it kind of jabs at you. Um, and then scooshes like it slices downward after it jabs, catching your skin. It feels rough, but it's a relatively clean cut. That's the end of its turn. So now it's your turn.
Bonk it. Wait, I don't think you can bonk it. Yes, you can bonk it. You have mace.
It's only 1d6 though.
It has 5 HP.
I'd have to get a 5 or a 6. I'm gonna
Uh,
do a light crossbow.
So it is like 5 feet in front of you, which means that you would get disadvantage on that one.
Oh, it's okay. Maybe I should do mace. I'll do mace.
Okay.
You could just do word of radiance.
Isn't that like 1d4?
It's 1d6 damage. No, 2d6 damage.
Which is perfect.
And it doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah, I'll do radiance damage.
Heck yeah, do
Word
it.
of radiance. I mean,
Do it. Roll your damage.
oh, it's on a
It makes
con save though.
It's okay. Roll your damage. It's a rat.
I'd still
6 and
roll to
2.
I'd still roll the con
It got a
save.
con save of 8
Okay.
total.
It melts its ears out.
Well, depending on what he rolls,
6 and 8, or 6 and 2. Sorry.
you definitely kill it. How do you want to do it?
We'll do head explodes. Just
Heck yeah.
ruptures from the words.
Heck yeah. You start muttering your prayer. And this thing hisses and then squeaks and then its head just kind of pops. It makes a gross, almost crunching sound. And then falls to the floor limp. Good job, guys! You passed your first combat!
Can I use dermatology to make the body twitch again in front of him?
You can?
Okay.
Why not? Funsies.
Which body?
The Rat King one.
Since you're playing
I'm all,
whack-a-mole with
I'm all gooey.
Gooey.
Ah! Smack! It's now a pancake of... Oh, we have to clean this up now.
Yep, it's a pancake of ooze and rat skin and bones. I think right now is a good spot to call it because I do know that it's getting a little bit later for Jason. Yes, I'm aware that you are off tomorrow. However, I am not.
Yeah, that's fine.
And puts it at 11:18 for me.
Oh, it's
So-
118 for me.
It's only
Exactly.
midnight. I also have to get up at a decent time.
Yeah, I have to be up at 5:30. So I think that this is a good call because I get about 6 hours of sleep, which is functional amount of sleep time for me in particular.
Yeah, that's
I
That's the
function
same for
off of
me.
3.
I can function off of less. I've done way more on way less. I just don't like doing that anymore.
I
Yeah, it's
want
not fun, especially with 12-hour days. Fuck
to.
Yeah.
that.
I want to know where my dad got his energy when my brother was being born. My dad slept like a total of 8 hours that week.
Yeah, that makes sense. I've done that shit before. It's not great.
He was
But
working
I mean,
basically 12-hour shifts that entire week and having to
yeah,
take care of me and
that's kind of what I'm kind of insinuating. At that point, you kind of just run on the adrenaline of it. Kind of just exist on that specific.
You kind of just get into a state of autopilot.
well,
Yeah, it's not great.
what do I want to say to the one audience member?
You're around. Tune in next week.
Maybe it might just be
Definitely.
me. Who knows?
I mean, that's gonna be fun for Jason if it is, because it does mean that he's probably getting into some Fae shit. Because technically, the two gods that he gets to interact with mostly are Fae. So
Actually, no.
means
If Liam allows it, since it's you, me, and Cameron, might come back to that on Wednesday.
yeah, maybe. But either way, uh, next week if we
Catch.
don't see him, we're gonna just say that the Fae kidnapped him briefly. That's gonna be fun, which means that he has mini quests that he gets to do.
Yep.
Me?
Yes.
Yep, if you wind up having to miss because of work, that's what I've decided. Is that since your
Uh,
god is technically a Fey god, the fucking mischief Fey god of all things, he's probably just gonna pull you accidentally. Just being like, "Whoop, okay, here's your mini quest since you're here." It's
I
gonna
mean,
be very basic things. Man likes frogs and shit, for example. So it's probably gonna be like, my pet toucan griffin needs lunch. Can you feed him?
yeah, so I shouldn't be able to, like, I shouldn't, so with work, I only can work 12 hours. So, like, they have to let me out at 8:30 every day anyways.
Okay,
So, even after that, or sometimes even if I do get out early, but I highly doubt I will.
sick. Well, either way, if it does ever wind up holding you up, you're just going to be put under tasks for your god, which is fine.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
that's fine.
that's what we'll spend the first like minutes of a session doing is having you do tasks for your god.
Okay,
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see you all with the continue with part 2 for stream next week.
Yeah.
Goodbye for now.